Hey everybody, welcome. Benito here for the first game of the Spectre Studios Solo Blood Bowl playoffs. So we have the Pit Strike Steelhearts versus the Old Shire Pitifuls. That's the Amazon team versus my Halfling team. And I have everything basically already kind of pre-set up for the pre-match part of it. And I'll quickly go over exactly the conditions and then we'll have everything set up. Okay, everybody's gathered here. Here are the Amazon teams situated here. There is the Halfling teams there. And on the conditions, I should pretty much introduce our team captains here. Not really kind of set that up. Alright, so
Angel.
She is going to be the +1 strength for the Amazons. And we have Pico Pie Splitter. He is the +1 strength for the Halfling Old Shire Pitifuls. The weather I rolled is nice. The Halfling chef has already gone to town back there. So good old Gordo Rumsey, he's taken 3 reroll extras for his team. That knocked out the entire rerolls for the Amazons. We also have a Halfling Hot Pot. And then we're going to do the bottles of Heady Brew because the team was 100,000 short, so they basically get that back in inducements. So he will get the team all set up and ready to go. Oh yeah, for the gate, the Old Shire Pitifuls were able to get the +1 fame. Alright, here we go. Opening setup. The Old Shire Pitifuls have elected to take the ball. As you can see, I put the 2 treemen on the far right. They're going to try to power through. You can kind of avoid the Star Blitzer who's on the other side of the pitch. For the Amazons, I kind of sat with all 4 linemen on the pitch, let them go pretty much at it. They're just basically to tie things up. That leaves the Blitzers to be able to kind of strike where they need to. Catchers a little bit more inside. That's because they're a little bit more tougher than human catchers, with their strength being up to 3. So they actually are a little bit more durable in that regard there. The throwers just playing the back line to all that. The catchers are on the line for the Old Shire Pitifuls. We got our Star Hefty on the line. He's able to kind of go one-on-one with that lineman. A little better there. We've got a backup one. He's a little off the line just in case there's anything like a crazy blitz or basically trying to get through. The Hefty spin can be a little bit more practical with that. And I got a bunch of them kind of like scattered about. It's really kind of hard when the ball kind of goes a little deep for the Halflings to kind of get situated. So it's all about kind of like spacing and forcing an opponent to kind of dodge just to kind of get things moving along. So let's get the match kind of going on. And again, I'm just going to probably take some clip shots and then try to keep notes for you to, and then respond to them through the commentating.
Old Shire Pitifuls, turn 1. On the kickoff, we got cheering fans. Got a draw, so both added a reroll. Pico Pie Splitter stunned Lara Ventress, and Ankle Low Top gathered the ball. Then Happy Cornfoot, he failed his dodge. Pit Strike Steelhearts, turn 1. Pretty much there's most of the setup here. Kiri Rainwater Blitz pushes Mark Rightfoot, didn't knock him down, and Molly Butcher failed her dodge. Old Shire Pitifuls, turn 2. Mr. Jack Logan, he blitzes and stuns Mara Amberscar. Then Ankle Low Top hands off to Peanut Buttersworth. Then Mr. Paul Woodard throws Peanut, and he sticks the landing in between a couple of his little partners there, ending the Old Shire Pit Strike Steelhearts, turn 2. So Angel Merciless blitzes, has to use a reroll. As you can see, double skulls, and all she does is push Peanut. Old Shire Pitifuls, turn 3. And with that, Peanut Butterworth just makes 2 dodges to get out of that pack by the Pit Strike Steelhearts. His little feet scampering down the pitch, moving toward the end zone. He is pushing himself hard, breathing hard. He's gonna make it, folks. He's gonna score! The Old Shire Pitifuls score the first touchdown! Peanut Butterworth. Pit Strike Steelhearts, turn 3. And the crowd gets vicious, or they just definitely want the Old Shire Pitifuls to win. They end up throwing a rock in, hitting Blitzer, Kiri Rainwater, and KOing her. The ball falls down from the sky to Evangeline Highstar, and she fails to catch it. And then just to move it off, Lara Vantry hits a both down on Jimmy Harper. Oldshire Pitifuls, turn 4. And the Pitifuls decide it's time to unleash their secret weapon. The hot pot from the chef, Wolf Pot Chuck, fires his infamous seafood chowder. It nails Diana Salvatore, and it's going to KO, or badly hurt her, and KO Catherine Siri. So a double whammy by the Pitifuls. Mr. Paul Woodard has to use a reroll to avoid taking root. Then Mr. Jack Loggins throws Happy Cornfoot, and he's going to stick the landing. But as he tries to go for it, he ends up going to badly hurt himself, nailing that ankle pretty badly. So he'll be out of the Pitch Strike Steelhearts, turn 4. And here comes our star captain, Angel Merciless. She blitzes young Frankie Baker, and she's going to send that boy right to the KO box. Evangeline Highstar is able to get the ball. She's going to pass to Tatiana Archer. Making that completion, she's going to move herself down the field. As you can see, I took a gamble with her getting the ball, not being able to score off the bat because of the halfling's low strength. Is it going to be worthwhile? Oldshire Pitifuls, turn 5. So Dennis Dickerson, he's going to blitz Tatiana Archer. I used a reroll. I had a both down, and I get a skull on the reroll. I was kind of going for a push to pin her to the sidelines. Instead, he gets himself KO'd, and you can see that kind of put him in a bad spot. But Pitch Strike Steelhearts, turn 5. So start things off. Angel Merciless, she's going to blitz number 10, Peanut Buttersworth, and she's going to be able to KO him, clearing the way for Tatiana Archer to move on down the pitch. She's going to be able to get all the way close, but I didn't want to risk going for it and scoring the end zone, and hopefully with the guarding, he'll be unable to push any hurt on Tatiana. Oldshire Pitifuls, turn 6. So in a desperate bid to stop the Steelhearts from scoring, Mr. Jack Big Red Loggins throws ankle low top, and he gets stunned for his efforts. Now realizing I can't get to her, Mr. Paul Woodard, he's going to blitz Anna Luck, forcing a push. And Pico Pie Splitter, he stuns Anna Luck. And then Kenny Buffett Hilltop fails his 5th dodge, resulting in a turnover and very little damage to the Pitch Strike Steelhearts, turn 6. Not going to take any chances. Tatiana Archer will just walk right down to the end zone and score! Oldshire Pitifuls, turn 7. From the KO, the halfling Peanuts Buttersworth and Jimmy Hopper will return for the Oldshire Pitifuls. Then Ham Bergenstein, he will move over and scoop up the ball. And then he's going to move down the pitch. He's going to hand off to Jimmy Juke Stick Hopper, which will then Mr. Jack Big Red Loggins will throw Hopper, but he will fail his landing. Pitch Strike Steelhearts, turn 7, and a very quick and simple turn. Evangeline Highstar will fail to pick up the ball, resulting in a very quick turnover. Oldshire Pitifuls, turn 8. So we had a little opportunity to score there. You see Juke Stick, he's in the end zone. I try to get over there to score a touchdown, pass it to him, but Mark Rightfoot will fail his dodge. Pitch Strike Steelhearts, turn 8. So just to wrap up the final round, Angel Merciless will blitz and knock down Mr. Paul Woodard, almost breaking his armor, rolling a 10, and Highstar will fail to pick up the ball again.
Okay, it is halftime. Score is tied 1-1. The Oldshire Pitifuls are able to really kind of march down the field. I think if you look at the clips, I've been a little off, I guess, just being off on quarantine. I think the Steelhearts tried to cheat with 10 ladies on the field at the start of that first half, but apparently it didn't matter to the Shires because I didn't even use, for the first 2 turns, I didn't even use a reroll for them. So that was pretty, right off the bat, amazing. Things were happening all really well for the Pitifuls, you know, nailing 2 throw teammates right off the bat, even sticking landings and stuff like that. So that would really helped out them pretty well. But The Steelhearts were able to come back. They kind of were able to move down the field, and you saw that Archer was able to score that touchdown to kind of tie the game up. So pretty well. So we're going into this, and things look pretty well set. But the Oldshire Pitifuls, being a halfling team that has already come out for Games Workshop, are about to get things a little crazy. So we're going to jump in. They're going to use that heady brew, and then they're also going to use the what I like call the taco football, because that's what it kind of looks like to me, or the calzone football, and allow them to really get some benefited advantages with that ball being loose. So let's see what happens.
Pitch strike Steelhearts, turn 1. So the halfling chef fails all his rolls. So there will be no rerolls taken away and no additional ones gained. And Pico Pie Splitter and Ham Borgenstein take the heady brew to get them the extra boost. So Angel Merciless, she's going to KO Pico Pie Splitter, and Kiri the Hammer, she's going to knock out one of the halflings as well. And as the High Star tries to go and pick up the ball, even with a 2+, she's going to fail to do that, pretty much resulting in a turnover for the Oldshire Pitifuls, turn 1. So being a little aggressive, Mr. Paul Woodard throws Jimmy Jukestick Hopper, and he's going to stick the landing. He moves up, and using a reroll, he will scoop up the ball, but he fails on his dodge roll, even with his reroll, to fall over, licking on that taco too early, and turnover. Pitch strike Steelhearts, turn 2. Opening up, Angel Merciless. She's going to bash and knock down Kenny, the Buffet Hilltop, and that's going to send him to the injury box with a smashed ankle. Followed by Kiri, the Hammer Rainwater. She's going to put a block on Elliot Ringtree, but gets double skulls and has to use a reroll just to end up pushing him. Rain Gauss, the Rifle, will pick up the taco ball, just getting it to. She's going to pass a long bomb to Tatiana Archer. She had to use that pass skill to get it down there. She makes the catch. Then she starts to move down the sideline. There isn't anybody around her. No halfling to stop her. Not a tree to be a barricade. She's going to move down the sidelines. She's high-stepping. She's dancing. She's looking real good, and she's going to score. Oldshire Pitifuls, turn 2. And we get the setup, and then we got Pico Pie Splitter, Dennis Dickerson, and Bob Biscuit. They all recover for the Pitifuls. There's no recovery for the Steelhearts. On the kickoff, they get a quick snap, and the ball falls right into the hands of Mac Rightfoot. Rightfoot will then move over and hand the ball off to Jimmy, the Juke Stick Hopper, but he has to use a reroll to get the job done. Then Mr. Paul Woodard throws Juke Stick Hopper, and he's going to stick the landing. Hopper now takes the ball. He's going to start running down the field. That's right, folks. I think the Shires are going to answer. There's nobody in Hopper's way. He's moving down the sideline. There's nobody to stop him either. He's going to answer. He's going to score just like that. The Oldshire Pitifuls tie their game. Pitch strike Steelhearts, turn 3. So Angel Merciless, she's going to move down and KO Dennis Dickerson. And Rain Gauss, the Rifle, will fail to pick up the ball, resulting in a very quick Oldshire Pitifuls, turn 3. Mr. Paul Woodard is going to blitz Angel Merciless, and although with 3 dice, fails to knock her over, and he tries to use a reroll to do it, doing nothing. Pitch strike Steelhearts, turn 4. Angel Merciless will stun with a blitz Mac Rightfoot, and then Rain Gauss, she's trying to pick up the ball and moves to the cage at trips, using a reroll, still stunning herself. Oldshire Pitifuls, turn 4. Mr. Jack Big Red Loggins will take root even with the reroll, and Jimmy Juke Stick Hopper, he goes for the ball, fails to pick it up. Turnover. Pitch strike Steelhearts, turn 5. Sakiri, the Hammer Rainwater. She's going to move in blitz Jimmy Hopper and knock him down. That will clear the ball for Evangeline High Star. She's going to scoop up the ball and pass it to number 8, Tatiana Archer. She makes the catch. She's going to be able to dodge out of the tackle zone, make her way down the field. Again, the Old Shire Pitifuls cannot stop her. She's going to go all the way and score the third touchdown to take the lead 3-2. Old Shire Pitifuls, turn 5. Kickoff will get brilliant coaching. Steelhearts will gain a reroll from it. Then it's a pretty simple little thing, a lot of moving around, and Hamburgerstein will scoop up the ball, and that'll be pretty much the turn for the Shires. Pitch strike Steelhearts, turn 6. Pretty much highlight for this turn is Angel Mercils will knock down Mr. Jack Big Red Loggins, and Grace Zinian, number 13, will try to foul, gets close with a 10, but fails to get an armor break. And that pretty much is a stun by Butcher on Rigmity, and that's it. Old Shire Pitifuls, turn 6. And a pretty uneventful turn it's going to be, as only Mr. Paul Woodard is able to stun Molly Butcher, and that's pretty much a Pitch strike Steelhearts, turn 7. And Angel Merciless will go back to the well, and she's going to knock down Mr. Loggins, and Grace Zennervine will get caught fouling on the second attempt. Referee watching this time. Old Shire Pitifuls, turn 7. And the turns pretty much become really inconsequential. Hamburgerstein tries to hand it up to Jimmy Jukestick Hopper, and he's going to just drop the ball and fumble. And another quick. And turn 8 really for both teams out of rerolls, just kind of burning through things. Really a fumbling for the ball and moving people around. Nothing really happens. Nothing at that point of excitement or production-wise. So the game will end.
Okay, that's the end of the match. The Pitch Strike Steelhearts are the victors, 3-2. The match was super, super close throughout the whole thing. I was really surprised how that really kind of played out. Normally when I play the regular season, having like 4 block skills really does a lot of damage to the halflings, but I wasn't actually rolling a lot of those for the blitzers. And the dodge defender stumbles came up so much for both sides of the ball. So a lot of, as you saw, the casualties weren't very high despite the low armor on both sides of the pitch until really some things kind of like got a little heated and hitting around a little bit. There's a couple of turnarounds that basically happened, but otherwise than that, pretty mellow, pretty soft. The halflings did get some injuries. If they had continued on, they would have had to kind of deal with that a little bit. One of the hefties was taken out of play. But other than that, everybody else is pretty much good to go. And I will show you basically, I already rolled the MVPs. I haven't done the cash thing. I'll do that a little bit later to see how the funding kind of works as I rework the thing more or less for the Steelhearts, because they are moving on. Let's see who they will play. They will play the winner of either the Mountain Valley 69ers or the Lost Land Gators. So quickly checking my notes for that. We'll see with that. And our MVPs are these two. So very fitting. I kind of like to pick the people I felt like did something in the match, not really trying to score star player points. So on the left there, of course, was the team winner, and that's Tatiana Archer, scoring 3 touchdowns this match. Obviously, it was just fitting for her to become the MVP. Mr. Woodard, for all his chucking halflings pretty well down the pitch, I think, kind of deemed him the MVP by the fans. So very cool there, as she leveled up. Did not only roll a regular skill, but she will be going up with a block skill, and she has 14 star player points. So when if she can continue to go on, Tatiana Archer could be rising in popularity and abilities moving in the playoffs. So possibly you guys follow her and root her on as she continues to move down. The Old Shire Pitifuls, the halflings, as we kind of thought would happen, have been removed from the playoffs, but it was a close one. Again, 3-2, the Pitstrike Steelhearts beating the Old Shire Pitifuls and moving on into this playoff. Thank you very much. So remember to subscribe to this new channel. Make sure you're following us, putting notifications so you want to follow what's going on with these playoffs as the rest of them continue on, and tell me what you guys liked. If you guys want a little bit more, maybe if you want it more live, although it's really hard for me to do a little bit of that, but I figured this kind of setting might work out well. So again, comment below exactly how you guys feel about that. It's Benito again. Thank you very much, and keep on playing.